So you're talking about the back of a milk carton, Joe. You go to HEB, milk carton, turn around, it's going to say someone's missing, Joe. Who's that person that's missing?
Sochan. What are they gonna say? Oh, he's injured. Oh, he's not getting enough minutes. I'm just like, you got to make the most of the time, when you're out there.
Yeah.
Whether you're playing 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, I'm just like, you got to go out there and ball out. This is his what do you call it? His contract year. He's playing like somebody that don't want to be here, Mike.
I don't think that's what it is necessarily. I just think that he's just out of the rotation. He's just not a top 8 player on this team.
Well, he has to get back in.
Spurs they're playing 4-on-5 offensively when he's out there. Yes, he could get the putbacks. Yes, he could run a break. And I know that he made a 3-pointer last night. Spurs wasted 2 triple-doubles. Jesus, man.
Yep, 2 triple-doubles. It still wasn't enough because you know what? They couldn't stop freaking Draymond or Steph.
Well, Draymond over there.
Draymond blocked Wemby, bro. Come on, Wemby.
Draymond looking like a YMCA veteran, the 45-year-old at the YMCA who's not as athletic as everybody else, but plays smart.
Oh, Jill, did you check out the article? Texas Latina that's here in the chat with us.
Yeah.
She had said that, I think it was My SA did an article about Blake Simmons, and they had referenced you.
How is it that my tweets sometimes go viral? That's weird, Joe.
I don't know. That's weird, dude.
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade from the river walk nights to the Alamo shade. We rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, it's the life that we chose.
Yeah, we chose to live this life together on what is it, Joe? Thursday afternoon here in San Antonio. The Area 210 podcast powered by PF Chang's La Cantera. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. We talk a lot of sports, pop culture, nostalgia around here. A lot of Spurs talk because the Spurs last night dropped a very disappointing game to the Golden State Warriors. 125 to 120. It was a game after 12 minutes. You thought to yourself, man, the Spurs got this one in control. They held Golden State to 14 points in the first quarter, but a disastrous third quarter. 43 to 28 outscored Joe. 43-28 in the third quarter, and the Spurs could not mount a comeback. I know they got within one possession late in the fourth quarter, but Golden State just kept on getting those cuts to the basket, kept on getting those three-pointers, and we got blitzed from the three-point line. Steph Curry going off for 46 points. For a while there, looked like the better Steph on the court was Steph Castle. But at the end of the day, the Spurs had 2 players with triple-doubles. I think the first time in NBA history, or Spurs history rather.
And still lost.
That the Spurs had 2 players with a triple-double. Both triple-doubles, by the way, Joe, got in the last 10 seconds of the game. Just notice that. Castle got that one rebound, which, by the way, I don't know if he got that rebound because he was so emphatic on getting that rebound when the game was already over. He was emphatic on getting that rebound. I think he knew the stat line. You can't tell me otherwise. And then Wemby on the inbounds pass throwing it 70 feet down the court to Castle for a layup to end the game. That was assist number 10 for Victor Wembanyama. Both of them had 10 rebounds. Both of them had 10 assists. And Wemby had more than 30 points. Castle had more than 20. But those triple-doubles ruined by the fact that the Spurs lost 125 to 120. First game in a 5-game homestand, the Spurs have a chance at redemption, a chance at revenge tomorrow because they play Golden State again tomorrow. Joe, this was a very sloppy game by De'Aaron Fox.
D-A-A-Ron. He ain't going to be called De'Aaron by me anymore. I'm going to call him D-A-A-Ron.
It was brutal. It was just a very disappointing game. And you have the stats right there that you're showing there. The big things on there was the fact that the Spurs had the most amount of turnovers. They lost the turnover battle 20 to 15. And even though the Spurs had the points of the paint advantage 52 to 22, the fact of the matter is that we got blitzed on the three-point line. The Spurs shot well from 3, 14 for 39. That's 36%. That's pretty damn good. But when you give up 21 three-pointers, they shot a barrage of 57 attempts, Golden State did. 57 of the 85 field goal attempts shot by Golden State last night was from behind the arc. And it's analytics, Joe. They're just hoping that a good percentage goes in, and they had 37% go in, and it's just threes are worth more than twos.
You know what really won the game?
What's
the
that?
Stat of the night. It's more than just you're looking at what do you call it? Turnovers or 3-pointers made. It was how many attempts Golden State had at the stripe than the Spurs. They were the aggressors, and they were getting the calls. They went to the line 36 times. 36 times compared to the Spurs going only 16 times. 16. There's your game. Who was more aggressive? Who was going to the stripe? Who was getting the calls? It was Golden State, and that goes to show you that sometimes the Spurs are going to get out muscled. They get out foxed.
I think it was the veteran play. I mean, you had Jimmy Butler, you had Steph Curry, you have Draymond Green, all of them in their mid-30s or older. And they still are. They're not the powers that they used to be. I know that Curry went off for 46 points. I get that. But he does that from time to time. He's an all-time great. He's one of the top 10 players of all time in NBA history. But you look at the fact that the Spurs were more athletic, were getting out running, and just got cold. They just got cold. And they couldn't recover from that stretch where there was a point in time in this game where only Wemby and Castle were scoring and nobody else. And then they brought in Cornette, he could score. But those three by themselves cannot win the game. All the complementary pieces. Wemby did his job yesterday. He had a triple-double. Castle did his job yesterday. He had a triple-double. But everybody else, Joe, no shows.
Look at the minutes going around here. Vassell, 35 minutes, 15 points. And this brother can't hit a three. He was chunking up threes. And they were just, again, he makes stupid ass decisions with the ball. You don't need to just go down the court and just immediately chunk up a three. How is that helping your team? The game's getting away from you. You need to score some points. Instead of chucking up that three, grow a set of nuts and drive to the fucking lane. Get to the stripe.
Well, that's not his game, though.
Shooting a three isn't helping the team.
That's not his game. I mean, we've never seen Devin Vassell be somebody to attack the rim. I mean, it's not to say that he can't dunk.
He can't knock down a three. He's not knocking down threes, bro.
If he's not knocking down threes, he's not effective at all. But look at Julian Champagnie, the cliff that he has fallen off of. As hot as he was in preseason, and losing his starting position, now coming off the bench, just 6 points in 20 minutes. He's a shell of himself now. Keldon Johnson had an off night shooting, 6 points, 9 rebounds. Luke Cornette, though, man, he's something special. We're saying that the bench sucked last night. Luke Cornette was not part of that problem.
No,
right?
The big elote.
But it's funny. The Spurs are 8-3, and the world's not coming to an end. The Spurs are still one of the top seeds in the Western Conference, and you're not going to win all 82 games. You're just not. You're not. This was a winnable game. I think it's a teaching moment for the Spurs because the Spurs are going to have games like this that are trap games. Because if you were to say who would win a 7-game series, I think the Spurs would win this series in 6.
No, bro, I don't know about that, man. This is the thing that Spurs fans fail to realize. If this Spurs team is a play-in team and they're going to be playing a game on the road and they match up against Golden State, Golden State has the advantage.
Anybody could win a 1-game series. I think the more talented team right now is still the Spurs because the Spurs have the legs behind them.
They need to play like it. That's the problem.
They didn't. I mean, because if Keldon plays an average game, if Vassell plays an average game, if Barnes plays an average game, if Champagnie plays an average game, Spurs win this game going away. The Spurs are the more talented team compared to Golden State today, right? Because they're over the hill. The Spurs are a better team, better players, but Golden State, they were more savvy. They had the basketball IQ to stay in the game because one of the things that Sean Elliott said during the game was, shouldn't the Spurs have put this team away early? The Spurs were getting out to 8-9 point leads. It should have been 15. It should have been 18, but because of turnovers, because of Champagnie stepping out of bounds, dude, every effing game, Champagne steps out of bounds. Every game.
A
Every game.
dumbass.
You know how they have that whole streak about Wemby with the number of blocks per game,
Yeah.
at least one block per game. Let's count how many times Champagne steps out of bounds. Just random little stat like that, by the way. But and it's funny because they had Steph Castle on Curry early on, and he had the clamps on Curry for the first quarter. And then what? They pulled him off and they started putting other people on him. They started putting Champagne on him. They started putting Vassell and Keldon and no. You know what? For a player like that, like Steph Curry, I would much rather sacrifice Castle's offensive abilities for a game so that he could focus solely on defense. And this is where having a player missing like Dylan Harper comes into play, because Dylan Harper at 6'6" could have spelled Castle better than Keldon, than Vassell, than Champagne, and chasing after Steph Curry. It was
You know what it came down to? X's and O's at down the stretch. And you know what? And you got to be honest with yourself if you're a Spurs fan. Steve Kerr outcoached Mitch Johnson.
Oh, he did.
Flat out.
He did. There was not only a basketball IQ disparity on the court, there was also one off the court. But that's the learning curve of being in the NBA. That's not a bad thing, Joe. Losses like this are not a bad thing.
No.
It's disappointing, right? But you need to get punched in the face. This team is not going to go 82-0. Right? No team goes 82-0. Oklahoma City, which is by far the best team in the NBA, is not going to go 82-0. They already have a loss. They lost to Portland. But you got to learn from some of these games where look at what the Spurs did when they lost to the Lakers. They learned from that. They got better against the Rockets, right? They won a couple of games thereafter. You're going to have these types of games where another team catches fire, because that's what Golden State did. They caught fire from three, right? And if there's one deficiency the Spurs have defensively is guarding the three. The Spurs allow way too many wide open three-point attempts. Jimmy Butler was wide open, like literally nobody around him for some of his three-point attempts. Same goes for when Draymond Green was shooting. Draymond Green came into the game shooting 44% from three, his career high so far. And the Spurs, just for some reason, want to clog the interior, and I get that. But at the same time, if you know that 2/3 of the shots are coming from the behind the arc, go guard the arc.
Who's the one that told to crowd the lane? Go in the paint. Probably Mitch.
Possibly.
And in the meanwhile, you got Golden State dropping threes like nobody's business. Like they even had Wemby going out there trying to guard Curry. Why? That's stupid. I mean, Wemby, right. you stay inside the paint on the defensive end because they're trying to lure you out so they can get an easy bucket. And stupid ass Wemby's out there chasing Curry. Why?
Right.
That's dumb.
But Joe, look at the stats that you have up there, Joe. Wemby, 31 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. Castle, 23, 10, and 10. The two biggest stars of the Spurs team. I'm saying Castle right now over Fox until Fox proves otherwise. They're doing their jobs. So this is not one of those losses. This is the positive I'll take of this game, because a lot of people are saying that I'm being too optimistic about this. The Spurs are 8-3, dude. There's reason to be optimistic, right?
Yeah.
But I have stomach issues when it comes to the Spurs losing because Wemby sucked that particular game, like against the Lakers or against Phoenix, where Wemby absolutely does not show up. If Wemby doesn't show up and everyone else does, that is a problem. It's an easier solution to fix when your top two guys are going off and having triple doubles and everyone else just falls off the cliff. That is more of the team wasn't ready to play, but the stars were. And that's one of the things, Joe, you talk about how Wemby sometimes doesn't show up. The dude had a triple double yesterday. What more do you want from him? 31, 15, and 10. What more do you want from him, right? What would you want from Castle? Castle, fourth consecutive game with double-digit assists. His turnovers are down. His foul, now people say he got into foul trouble. Well, he's guarding Steph Curry. And Steph Curry is running around like crazy trying to get an open shot. And he baited Castle into a couple of fouls, and I get that. But this isn't a loss because of Mitch Johnson. This isn't a loss because of whatever. It was a loss because it was they laid an egg. It was a bad shooting performance. It was sloppy basketball. You had 6 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken, by De'Aaron Fox, which led the Spurs, who had 20. It was too many turnovers, is what it was. It wasn't chasing guys down the 3-point line. It was things like that. Now, a lot of Spurs fans came out on Twitter talking about how they were going after Mitch Johnson because, well, Jeremy Sochan barely sniffed the court. He played 6 minutes more than I did last night, Joe. He's played 6 minutes more than you did, Joe.
Yeah.
I thought about it this morning. What would be a clever response to all this on Twitter?
You already know?
Yeah, the Jeremy Sochan fans sound like Lonnie Walker fans. The last year that Lonnie Walker was with the Spurs. Remember when the Spurs didn't re-sign him?
Why? Why did they re-sign him?
They didn't re-sign him. They made him gone. You know why he was gone? Because he wasn't good enough for the team.
He couldn't execute, Mike. Like, he had all the God-given talent in the world. Speed, athleticism, dude.
I get it. The ears with him, man, because at the end of the day,
Mike, I mean, how many spectacular missed dunks, spectacular missed layups did he have? Where you would see in slow motion, they would show the opposing team's bench, and they're just like in awe. Oh my God, look at this guy. He would not make it. He would not execute. You know, so it was just like, it was look good, but he just couldn't execute down the stretch, you know? I mean, and where's he at now? He's not even in the NBA.
Not even in the NBA. And that might be the same thing that happens to Jeremy Sochan 3 years from now. And you know, Sochan going out there playing 10 minutes the game before, 6 minutes this game, he's fallen out of the rotation. And I get it, Joe, because whose minutes is he going to take? You know, the Spurs, we are in a league in the year 2025 that is about scoring. It's about getting the ball in the hoop. And I understand that defense is another part of the game and all that stuff, but it's not as important as the offense because analytically, threes matter, right? And Jeremy Sochan looks lost offensively still.
You know what he looks like, Mike? Might as well put him on the back of a freaking milk carton.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's
Where
missing.
is he? Missing.
It's like a Dateline episode. But he's missing for a reason, Joe, because he brings nothing to the table offensively. I mean,
he's a liability.
Yeah, he puts putback dunks in, right? He could run a break, right?
Moves well without the ball. But
he can't bring the ball up the court. You know, he's not a point guard. He's not somebody. He has no mid-range game.
You foul him, he's going to the stripe.
He has no post-up game. I mean, he's just not. He like the commentators from the Bulls the other day were saying that Sochan would have started for the Bulls. Well, that just tells you how the Bulls are. Sochan is mid-game, dude. He like there are 10,000 players in college you could probably do what Jeremy Sochan does.
You know what Jeremy Sochan is?
Lottery pick.
You know what he is, Mike? He's the freaking huge ass spoiler, that big wing they have on the back of a shitty Honda Civic. That's Jeremy Sochan. It serves no purpose, bro. No purpose. Hey, we got a incoming super chat. We do got to address.
Yeah.
Here comes the money.
And this is from Caps 210. There you go, Mike.
Yeah, he goes, this was a scheduled loss. As long as we win the cup game, 1-1 versus Warriors is fair. Yeah, the Caps
going to split.
Yeah, the Spurs came out in their the jerseys they hadn't worn since 2021, the limited edition jersey they had in 2021.
The Fiesta jerseys.
It looked all right. I mean, I don't mind it. But here's the thing,
nice.
Joe. Why do we want to wear uniforms, jerseys from a bygone era when the Spurs were just a 20-win team? Makes no sense.
Nice.
Makes no sense, man. You think that Vassell feels confident in that jersey? You think Keldon looks confident in that jersey? When the last time they wore that jersey, that team was ass? Come on, man. Think about this, man.
You don't like the Fiesta colors?
It's a bad omen, and the Fiesta logo in the middle of the court was lame.
Man, I hope they played that song you hate so much. Are you ready for
Y'all ready for this? Da, 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 da. How was that the song for the Spurs opening intro from like 93 to like 2021?
It was Two Unlimited is the name of the band.
Yeah.
Or the Twilight Zone. Remember they used to play that one all the time too? It was either that one or the Twilight Zone.
How did that one
go? All the time, dude. They like played the crap out of those two songs, man.
The Twilight Zone. God, I forgot about that. I'm gonna have nightmares about that today.
Man, I hope when they had the intro and they had the Spurs coming out, it was all, are you ready for this, Mike? You would have been like,
Mhm. So Bobby February coming out and saying playing two bigs against the best small ball lineup. Should have had Carter and Bryant out there. Carter Bryant and Sochan out there. Dude, why have two players out there who can't score? Have you seen Carter Bryant try to score offensively? He's worse than Sochan. It's like, I understand that the nostalgic wise, you look back to the 80s and 90s and you think, man, you have this lockdown defender. This lockdown defender. That's great and all. But in the year 2025, what is that? None.
In the year of our Lord 2025.
In the year of our Lord 2025, as Mike Taylor likes to say.
Yeah.
You can't roll with that, Joe. It's like punching with it's like having a boxer with one arm tied behind his back. You're just punching with just one arm. You can't do that.
Man, I'm gonna say it.
Makes no sense.
I'm gonna say it right now, and this is the thing that Spurs fans get so mad at me about. But I speak the truth. I mean, the team they got off to a good start, but you're gonna see how everything's gonna fall into place sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
If teams like Golden State can beat the Spurs, even if they have a 16-point lead, this stuff is going to happen throughout the season. It's part of this team having to go ahead and have these losses so they can play better. You know, this game got away from them. For the most part, they were dominating, and rightfully so. But they got away from what was working. Who would have thought just going to inside the paint with Wemby and Cornette was going to be your bread and butter?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? You know?
You would have thought the analytics suggest that. And by the way, I like the analytics that Sam Slins brings out. We have a top 5 defense without Sochan. So why do we need Sochan in there, right? Yeah. Super chat coming in from Sam Slins, $5. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
There you go.
Sam Salinas comes out and says, face it, Sochan is at the bottom of the depth chart. Future does not include him. Spurs are better than without Sochan. He's officially expendable.
Gone.
And yeah, I mean, think about how much money he's going to be losing because of all this. Now, he's going to be signed by another NBA team. He's a restricted free agent at the end of this season, so the Spurs can match whatever offers he gets. But why? You already have Carter Bryant there who fills the exact same role, who has the exact same mold, defensive guy, lockdown defender, potentially, who cannot play offense. And I know that offensively, you're going to look at Sochan's stats, and they're very deceptive because it's like, say, Luke Cornett's a very good shooter. Luke Cornett is like shooting like 80% the last 3 games. Why? Because they're all dunks. And that's all that we get from Sochan is the occasional put back. I know he made a 3 last night, or a couple nights ago. But it's one of those things where it's like he cannot create a shot. He has no post-up game, no hook shot, no drive to the basket, nothing. All he has is a herky-jerky 3-point shot. And by the way, speaking of herky-jerky 3-point shots, I'm done watching Stephon Castle shoot from 3. He can't do it.
You know who else can't shoot?
DeMar DeRozan.
Vassell can't shoot a 3. I'm like, stop.
Vassell's cold. Vassell can. He's just cold.
He just looks bad, dude. He's just shooting these stupid pull-up 3s, and the team's not even set. He's just running up the court. Let me
agree with that.
3.
Why, I agree with that,
dude. That's stupid.
I agree when he does a pull-up 3 on transition, it never goes in.
No,
it never goes in.
It's a wasted possession. That's what that is. If I was Mitch, I would sit him down and I would get pissed and tell him, why the F are you doing that? Mm-hmm. We're right in the game and you're doing this stupid stuff. You got to stop, man. Like, get your team involved. Your team.
Who has the lowest 3-point shooting percentage in all the NBA right now?
Spurs.
No. Well, Spurs are decent 3-pointer, but from an individual player standpoint, it's Stephon Castle. We have a large enough sample size, Joe. He can't shoot a 3.
Yeah.
He can't. He's 11 for 47 this year, 23% from 3. 23. That's not bad. That's not awful. That's hella awful. That's dog crap.
Look,
he can't shoot it. Here. And Joe, they need to turn Steph Castle into DeMar DeRozan because that's who he is.
Mid-range king.
Mid-range king, baby. Bring it in. Willie Anderson him. Dude, just basically Willie Anderson couldn't shoot a 3, but when his toe was on the line, he shot 100%. You know? Bring him in. And it's okay. It's okay because Castle can rebound, Castle can defend. Castle can dish. It's okay to be a DeMar DeRozan 25-5 guy or a 22-7-7 kind of guy. That's great. DeMar DeRozan doesn't shoot threes. He's had a long career, many all-star team appearances. Can't shoot a three to save his life. Neither can Stephon Castle, and it's not one of those things where it's like he's going to develop it. He's never going to develop it, Joe. At least I don't see it because he has a hitch in his shot. The shot looks good when when he drives in and or he does a turnaround or he does a mid-range jumper. Boom! All the confidence in the world, dude. He catches the ball from the 3-point line. Shoots like Sean Marion half the time. He does not have any confidence shooting beyond 23 feet, dude. No confidence whatsoever.
Yeah. You know what this shot looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on here, dude. It's going to be funny. I'll show you what this shot looks like after this commercial finishes playing here. But I was going to tell you, one of the things I wanted to talk about is the Spurs and how they defend, right? Like how they rebound the ball. Because somebody was saying, oh, they're terrible. Well, last night they weren't that bad, man. When you look and see what happened with, the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, Golden State had 40. Spurs out rebounded them. They had 49 total rebounds. How many of those were offensive? Golden State had 8. The Spurs had 13. Defensive rebounds, that was pretty even. Golden State had 32. Spurs had 36. But one of the biggest discrepancies, and the Spurs need to kind of look at this and say, oh, this is maybe how we beat Golden State, Mike. Look at points in the paint, dude. They can't match the size. The Spurs are dominating inside the paint.
Just keep dumping it inside.
Doing that, man. Like, they can't stop you guys. 52 points in the paint compared to Golden State's 22. The math, when you're looking at it, Mike, that's more than double. I mean, come on, man. Why did they get away from Wemby and Cornette? Go with what works. Make them foul you guys. Get to the stripe, and then you can go ahead and kind of cut into the discrepancy at the free throw line. Because they're going to have to foul you.
And those 6 minutes that went to Sochan probably should have gone to Olynyk.
Yeah.
Because Olynyk, 6'11", down low. You had a height disparity. 6'8" was the average height for the Spurs last night. 6'5" was the average height for Golden State. Take advantage of that. And they did take advantage of it. Then they went away from it.
Yeah.
Do you know what's an easy way to break a scoring slide, Joe, where you're not hitting a bunch of shots? Getting some layups down low.
Yeah.
Getting some little jump hooks, little turnaround jumpers.
Easy money. Easy money. I was going to tell you, this is what Castle's 3-point shot looks like.
Yeah, here's Castle winding up for a 3-point shot.
Oh God, bro. That's it right there. That's what it looks like.
And there's a hitch to it, Joe. It's a hesitancy hitch. It's like, oh my God, I'm about to wind up for a 3. He has no confidence from 3. And as someone pointed out on our chat, which is powered by PF Chang's La Cantera, Sochan has a better 3-point shooting percentage than Castle. And we make fun of Sochan. It's just not part of his game, and it's not developing. And we don't have a Chip England here to fix it.
They're trying to focus in on Cornette. They're like, how many rebounds did he have? Does it matter if he goes out there and he's dropping, I don't know how many points in the paint alongside Wemby? He doesn't need to go and get rebounds. That's what the teammates can do. You're going to dominate in the paint. Just pound the ball inside the paint and let Cornette and Wemby do their thing, man. Like, the Spurs get away from what's working. All of a sudden, Mitch is like, you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and play ball inside the paint. Even though we're playing a good 3-point shooting team, let's sag off of them and let them have theirs beyond the arc. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
In the meantime, last night, the LA Lakers only scored 92 points against the OKC Thunder. God, dude. OKC is the only way that OKC is not going to win the championship this year, Joe, is if there's an injury to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is the ultimate team right there, man. Last night, you saw a very bad performance by the Lakers. Luka Doncic only 19 points. Austin Reeves only 13 points. Jake LaRavia 5 points. What are those three guys called, Joe? What's their nickname? Tres
What?
Leches. The three
Tres
best white
leches.
guys.
No, hombre, dude.
Rui
Well,
Hachimura just 13 points. Meantime, for OKC, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going off for 30 points. No big deal.
regular night.
Hardenstein, Holmgren, 11 points each.
Wemby could never do that on any given night consistently. Back-to-back 30-point games. Come on, dude.
What's that?
Wemby's not going to have back-to-back 30-plus point nights.
He's had it before.
Well, he hasn't had them this far in the season.
Guess what today is, Joe? Today is the 1-year anniversary of what, Joe?
What?
Wemby scoring his career high.
50 point?
Yeah, we were there.
I hope he scores 49 points so I don't have to sign that.
No, Joe, I was thinking about this. Since this is the 1-year anniversary of him scoring 50, he's done it before, Joe. So you're begging him to do something that he's already done before.
He could do it on Friday.
He had a triple-double last night, Joe.
He could do it on Friday, bro. He could do it on Friday.
It is what it is. But
Wemby?
Yeah, as Jordan points out, he literally just did 30-point back-to-back games this season. He started the year that way.
He had a 40.
Joe, you're going down with that ship, Joe. That's
I'm going down. At 20 games is what I said sample size. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
Joe.
Hey, what did I say? I'm not moving the goalpost. I said 20 games. I'll go ahead and look at it and see. Oh, maybe I'll sign the apology form. Maybe I won't. I didn't say I would. But I said if he scored 50 before the 20, I would go ahead and sign it.
Joe, but the idea that I've been on Sochan's ass from the very beginning of his career, I was called a hater, Joe, for so long. He's gonna develop. He's gonna be like Rodman. He's gonna develop a jumper and be like Kawhi. Oh my God, dude! It's like, no, man, you can't do that.
Why Kawhi?
He doesn't have the talent.
Hey, Joe,
I want to get into some NFL talk, Joe. A very interesting conversation piece I saw the other day, and I want to get your opinion on this. Bomani Jones, formerly of ESPN, he has the Right Time, which is his podcast. He posed a question yesterday that I thought was interesting, and I want to get your opinion on this. And it's beyond the NFL, NBA. He asked the question, can somebody play themselves out of the Hall of Fame? Can someone be a Hall of Famer, stick around too long, and then not be a Hall of Famer because they stuck around too long? And the reason why he brought this up was because of Russell Wilson.
Okay.
5 years ago, if we all had said, is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer? We would have all said undoubtedly he is. Went to a couple of Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl, 10-time Pro Bowler. He's obviously a Hall of Famer. For the last 5 years where he got dumped by the Seahawks, and then he got dumped by the Broncos, and he got dumped by the Giants, got dumped by the Steelers. Bomani Jones said on his podcast that he does not believe somebody could play themselves out of the Hall of Fame consideration. I disagree. I'm not saying that Russell Wilson is the ideal person to kick out. I think he's still a Hall of Famer, even if he retires this year in ruins, in embarrassment. But I think it's possible for someone to play themselves out of the enshrinement of the Hall of Fame. What are your thoughts?
The only way that you can do that is if it's like this, right? Tom Brady, for example, right? One of the greatest to ever live. If he wasn't winning championships and he had stuck around and kept playing and was just laying dud after dud after dud after dud and was just a mere shell of what he was, he would have played himself out of the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, he would have. I mean, he couldn't really at the end of the day, but it wouldn't have been the same. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, there's a different shine to it. Tom Brady could never have played himself way out of the Super Bowl. You out of the Hall of Fame. You have what? 6,
he was still
7
very
rings?
good. Yeah.
You got 6 with the Patriots and 1 with the Bucks. He could never have. He could have played around forever and still been considered a Hall of Famer because
staying past your prime is what I'm getting at, and not being able to perform at that same level, just a mere shell of yourself. You should leave much like David Robinson did right back in the day. You're at the end of your career. You win one more chip, and you ride off into the sunset as what? A champion.
Right.
That's
I
it.
mean, Pop should have walked out the door in 2014. That was the greatest basketball that ever been played. The beautiful game and all that stuff.
Leave as the GOAT.
He would have left as the GOAT. There would have been no question that he was the GOAT. But he stuck around for 5 or 6 years and or almost a decade rather, and just floundered. And not that he's gonna like not make the Hall of Fame. Obviously, he made the Hall of Fame while he was still coaching. But it's just one of those things where the shine kind of rubs off a little bit. Robinson, he left as a champion, but come on, man, he was on his last leg. He couldn't have played the following season. He was on the last leg. That's the beautiful thing about Tim Duncan, was that we never saw Tim Duncan suck. We never saw Tim Duncan. He wasn't as good as he was before. Still a very, very good player. We didn't see the Tony Parker in a Charlotte Hornets jersey version of Tim Duncan. We didn't see the Emmitt Smith in an Arizona Cardinals jersey thing going on either. No. But for a player like Russell Wilson, it's almost like no one's telling him, dude, you're washed, man. 5 teams don't want you. You know the only constant in this, the only commonality in all of this is what? You.
You know who else is washed already too? Deshaun Watson, dude.
Okay, so let me ask you this question about Deshaun Watson, Joe, and about Tiger Woods. How is it they were so great at what they did until people found out they were cochinos?
I guess that cochino, once the cochino came out, it messed with their mind, bro. They weren't the same type of player.
Think about that. Tiger Woods was the greatest golfer, maybe even the greatest athlete of all time, was the best golfer that we had ever seen in our entire lives. And I know he didn't have the same amount of when it all said and done, didn't have the same amount of tournament victories, or what's it called, majors, that Jack Nicklaus had.
Yeah.
But come on, man, he was the better golfer. But you go on to that. People find out that, man, he's been messing around. He's been cheating on Elin Nordegren with 40 women, and they have a sex addiction and all that stuff. I say that with air quotes because I don't believe in that. I just think you're a cochino. It's funny because, like, somehow or another, that all comes out. He can't play golf anymore. Deshaun Watson, NDAs with more than 24 massage therapists, because why? He was a cochino.
You know who else career took a dive too, and we can't
forget? Play football. He can't play football anymore.
You know who else was a cochino and we can't forget?
Josh Primo.
Josh Primo. ¿Dónde está? Where's he at? He ain't never gonna play again, bro. I doubt if he even sniffs the court ever again.
Yeah. Handle a fist asking the question, what does MJ's shirt fit like a serape? Dude, I weighed my lowest again today, Joe. Lost another pound, Joe.
That Mangiano was working?
I'm off of it, dude. I've been off it for 3 weeks.
There you go.
Yeah, I did it.
Were you working out the other day? Were you working out or running or something?
Yeah. I'm laying off the run, dude. I did a 4.1 mile walk, a hike up and down the streets.
The knee?
Up and down was fine. Have no issues with my knee anymore. I changed the shoes, man, because Chica got me, and it's not the fanciest brands, right? Because I like my On Clouds. I like certain brands of shoes when I'm out and about, right? But when it comes to hitting the roads, you have to go with a shoe company that does like actual shoes for a living, not for the flashy company. I got my New Balance shoes.
The old man shoes.
Joe, I mean, they're designed for walking, Joe. They're designed for going long distances. They're designed for half marathons and stuff like that.
You didn't get no Air Force Ones, bro? Like classic?
Oh, dude, that's so ghetto.
Oh, my. Come on.
I've had them before, Joe. I have Air Force Ones that have like the spade, the club, the diamond, and the heart for gambling. I have Air Force Ones, but they are kind of hood.
You don't got no G Nikes? If you grew up over here in the hood, you have some G Nikes, bro.
No, but I had British Knights.
The gangster Nikes, man. Come on, Mike. Dude, you got British Knights.
My computer's about to die. I got to plug this sucker in, man. It's already giving me a countdown. There you go.
There you
No,
go.
but no, I am down. It's funny because I was going through photos the other day of myself when I was because I keep a weight diary. Like every month, I plug in a number,
Yeah.
and dude, the roller coaster has been like pretty
Hmm.
pretty massive. But man, Joe, I was the highest I ever weighed, Joe, was 255 back in what, October of 2023. And I go back to my photos, Joe. I was a big motherfucker, dude.
And what do you
I,
blame it on? You always, I love how you always blame it on on your ex marriage or whatever. The other woman
well,
wasn't
I
keeping
mean,
you healthy.
well, yeah, she was unhealthy and she
Oh,
she didn't like to do physical things like work out and so well she did like to work out, but like doing things as a couple or as a unit,
like
nah,
Chica going for walks or something.
yeah,
Doing things outdoors. Like Chica's she likes to be adventurous with you, right? Like you and her both like doing things outdoors. You even took the videos of you both. I think it was when you were all in Jamaica, jumping off the cliff, the waterfall.
yeah.
Remember? So that's cool that you all get to do those types of things together.
Yeah, and I'm looking at like these old photos. I'm going through my photo roll right now, Joe, and I mean, Mira. I mean, let me see here.
Mira, unhealthy Mike. Mira, Chica got you chiseled now. You're getting stronger like Rocky.
Mira, unhealthy Michael with Rudy J.
Is
And
that when you were always struggling up that hill for the Super Bowl?
no, that was probably 6 months later. But no, but since then, I am now down total cumulatively since my highest point. I'm now down 23 pounds, and most recently down about 13 since this summer, man.
What
But
do you
you know what?
attribute that to Chica, right? Because what does she have you do now? She don't have you eating that po food no more.
She
No
does
more
it,
of that
man.
fast food, man. She
You
says,
know,
"Nope, Mike."
now last night, okay, I gotta tell you what happened last night, Joe.
Oh God, can you?
So last night, Chica always looks for a deal. Like,
Yeah,
and I respect this for her because she wears designer clothes and looks amazing in what she wears. But she likes going thrifting for them, dude. She's not gonna go pay full price, $300 for this, that, and the other. She's gonna go find it someplace, right? The only thing she
yeah,
buys retail are shoes. Well, she loves Facebook Marketplace, and she'll always call me up and go, "Hey, Michael, I found this and this on Facebook Market. I want to go get it." And you get to haggle with people, and people get rid of stuff, right? We found a couple who had a brand new bed. She's been talking to me about a brand new bed, and I want a brand new bed and all that stuff. This couple had a brand new bed and put it on Facebook Marketplace and said, "Hey, we just got this bed a couple months ago. We are now we're moving out of the country. We need to get rid of all our stuff." So Chica lowballed them with a lowball price, and they accepted $800, right? $800. So she's texting me yesterday, going, "Hey, is it okay for us to go get this $800, right?" All right, cool. $800. We drive over there. I'm taking a look at it. It's beautiful, dude. The thing's spotless. It's a brand new bed, Joe. Right?
yeah,
And it comes with the dresser and the chest and all that stuff, right? And I'm looking at the back of it, getting the serial numbers, and I'm looking it up. It's like $4,000 worth of stuff that we
yeah.
get for $800, right? We drove an hour to go get it, dude. It was a 6-hour adventure, man. Disassembling all the furniture, putting it into multiple trucks, carrying it out, having a family friend come and help us out throughout this whole process. It was a pain in the ass. But Chica this morning woke up, went downstairs, saw the bed. Now I got to put it together this weekend. Saw it and was like, "This is a beautiful bedroom set." And she goes, "We only spent $800 on it." Dude, Facebook Marketplace, thrifting, dude. Chica knows knows what's up, dude. But last night we ended up going to, and I hadn't eaten here for forever, Joe,
Yeah.
because I was starving, Joe. I didn't realize it was gonna take 6 hours. We ended up at Outback Steakhouse. I had Outback
Okay.
in forever, dude.
Yeah, I haven't
It's
been there in
pretty
a hot minute.
pretty damn good, man. $20 special they had over there. It was a $20. It was an 8-ounce sirloin, baked potato, slice of cheesecake, and a salad for $20.99. Dame dos.
Not bad.
Give me two.
Not bad. But you know you're gonna have to go eat with me when they open that new Taco Palenque over here near the house.
Can't. I can't, dude. So Chica and I were talking about this, dude. It's so funny is that we were looking at a gas. We were at a stop sign,
Yeah.
and to the right there was a McDonald's, and she goes, "You want to get something to eat?" I'm like, "Gross, no." And then there was a Whataburger next door. She goes, "Do you want a Whataburger?" And I said, "No, that sounds disgusting." And she goes, "Look what I got. Look what I did." She's like, "I got you to hate fast food." It's weird, and now I can't stomach it anymore, no, Joe. And I go to San Antonio, and it just runs through me, dude. It tastes delicious, but it just my stomach has changed, Joe. My stomach has changed. Alex Orega saying
Whataburger for the win.
I can't have it. I can maybe have the breakfast, but I can't have like the burger and fries anymore. It just got me going. Alex Orega is talking about Sean Quintero at the Outback. He used to be Sean Quintero, who is one of the head guys over at P.F. Chang's La Cantera, used to be management over at Outback Steakhouse on 410 and Evers back in the day. Back in the day. We had a lot of friends who used to work out there.
Hey, we do got an incoming super chat from Jason Garcia here.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
Thank you, Jason.
Says, Dear Diary, the Mexican food in San Antonio hurt me. It did, dude.
It gave you chorro?
I don't know what it is, Joe. I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird because she tells me, she goes, when we met, you ate at Bill Miller's all the time. You ate at the taquerias all the time, but now your body can't handle it anymore. It's not that I don't eat that. She just makes it for me, dude. She makes my chorizo and egg. She makes my potato and egg.
Oh, man, I love Greg's comment. Mira, poor people steak. You eating poor people food, Mike. You just finished going to Texas Roadhouse, and now you're going to Outback. Dude, that's poor people food.
I slummed it at Outback. I slummed it up. I could have gone to Sawgrass instead, right?
Yeah, man. I'm just like, Little Red Barn. Go to Little Red Barn here in San Antonio.
Oh, dude. At least they got rid of the old ladies, the viejitas in the cowgirl outfits over there.
Oh, yeah. They remember they used to have the San Francisco Steakhouse where they had the lady swinging.
The girl swinging by? Yeah.
That's cool, dude.
What was funny was that that's funny. I remember taking Chica to Little Red Barn, and she goes, "Where's the menu?" It's on the wall. Just read the wall. If you know, you know.
She's like, Mike, let's go.
Okay, so the other day, Joe, we were talking about going someplace to eat in San Antonio, and I was with me, Chica, and Gabby Girl. And we were talking about like various places that we could go to eat. And I said, I really want a burger. And I brought up Chris Madrid's.
That's overrated, dude.
Okay, but they asked the question, is Chris Madrid's ghetto or hood?
I don't.
Okay, because it's in the hood, and I mean it's. I suppose that if you lived right behind Chris Madrid's, you go to Edison High School, I've refereed high school basketball at Edison High School, and I love refereeing at Edison High School. It's the coldest gym in all of San Antonio. You do a basketball game in December, January at Edison, you're freezing your nuts off over there. But it's hoodish, right?
Hoodish.
But is it a hood restaurant? Is it a ghetto restaurant?
I don't know, Mike. I don't want to classify it as that.
Jonathan C says the debate is Chris Madrid's or MK Davis. Man, it's been so long since I've been to MK.
Damn.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Lulu's. Remember Lulu's Cafe?
Oh, Lulu's. They closed it down, dude. Home of the biggest, was it cinnamon
roll and biggest chicken fried steak, man. Get a big old chicken fried steak. Go there drunk off your ass at 2:30 in the morning after clubbing downtown.
That food was not good, Mike. You know damn well it was not good, man.
You know, if I took a bite of that today,
whoo.
But Joe,
squirts.
I just want to lose 10 more pounds, Joe. That's it. I don't want to be skinny. I don't want to be skinny. Just 10 pounds. Just less fluffy.
Yeah. It's gonna be that time of year already, Mike. Tamales season. Let's see if you don't go and succumb to the tamales.
I like tamales. I don't love them. So, like, if I don't have tamales, it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Oh, come on, Mike.
I mean, they're all right. They're all right.
Like, you don't like the food of the gente, bro? Come on.
No, I'll put you this way. Like, let's say that it's like, tamales are kind of a very universal food in the winter. You could have it for breakfast. You could have it for lunch. You could have it for dinner. I'll have for breakfast, 2 eggs or two over easy eggs, whatever, with 2 tamales, right? Not the pork ones; those are gross. Bean and
Oh
cheese, or a chicken. The chicken with chile sauce, all that stuff. I'll get 2 of those, right? And then when it comes to lunch and dinner, I don't want any more tamales. I will have it for one meal during the holidays. Like on Thanksgiving, if we're gonna have it on Christmas, I'll have it Christmas for breakfast or for lunch, but I'm not gonna have them for both. But there are some people in San Antonio, Joe, who are like, it's tamale season. I gotta have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like 30 days in a row. No, man, I don't get it. It's
man,
good, but it's not
you're
that
gonna go to
delicious.
HEB with Chica, and you're gonna go get the mi tienda, freaking HEB tamales.
Oh no.
Masa, dude, that's gross, bro.
What's gross is the one on Culebra. What's that one? Delicious tamales?
No, shut your mouth, bro. The one over here by the hood, just around the corner from me, that's good.
No, that's gross. You're coming out there with a bag and it's dripping orange. That's
No, bro.
gross, dude.
That
No.
doesn't happen here. The one around the corner from me is good.
Now, what are your thoughts on the ones that the feds rate the raid the Delias?
Delias. I
Those are
don't know.
good,
I've never
though.
really tried them.
Those are bougie tamales, dude. They're bougie, but they're good.
It's like Ruben's tamales. Ruben's is right around the corner from where my dad lives. I could walk there. And there's a line out the freaking building. We've gotten Ruben's tamales before. That place is overrated, dude.
Where's that again? Rubens?
Ruben's tamales out there by the east side, dude. That place is overrated, man.
Dude, it's gross, dude. I mean, like for me, okay, I like a tamale that's like freaking full, right? None of this like 3 shreds of whatever in there. I want a full ass tamale, right? Make it look like a burrito, right? I want that as a tamale, and I want 2. That's it. I don't need 4. I don't need like
How do you eat
4
them,
for
dude?
breakfast.
That's gonna tell me all I need to know about you. How do you eat your tamales?
With a fork and a little bit of green salsa.
Ah, bro, you gotta put some salsa verde. You gotta put some hot sauce on them.
Did I not say green salsa? Salsa
No.
verde. I get
Yeah.
it. And green salsa. You put the green
You have
salsa.
to have some. Yeah, you gotta have some garnish with it, dude.
Yeah, I get you. I'm
Not a
there with it.
burrito.
But the idea of having like, okay, my tamale intake for the year, when when does the season start, Joe? It goes from Thanksgiving to Christmas
Now.
to Thanksgiving to Christmas Day or to New Year's Day, right?
Yeah.
I will give myself an allotment of having 10 tamales throughout that whole period.
10.
10.
You can have 10 in one day. What are you talking about?
Well, a lot
10
of
for
people
the
in San
season?
Antonio do, but I just can't. It's not that so. It's not so delicious, so tasty that I'm like, oh my god, I got to have it again. No,
Man,
I'll
the
have.
pork one is where it's at, Mike. That's all I'm saying, dude.
That's gross, dude. Anything
No.
pulled pork sucks, dude. Pulled pork
No.
sucks.
No.
Two tamales for Thanksgiving, 2 for Christmas Eve, 2 for Christmas Day, 2 for New Year's Eve. There's 8, and then I'll have a random 2 somewhere between there. That's it.
They're laughing because
Sam saying,
now.
just make it a full dozen. Now, how are you when it comes to buñuelos, Joe?
Buñuelos, all right. Dude,
I like
but I can't eat 'em.
buñuelos, Joe.
You eat the crap out of that?
Well, I don't know if I will anymore. Chica will look over my shoulder.
I don't care. I mean, it's New Year's. You know, you're gonna have buñuelos. You're gonna have tamales. You're gonna have pan de dulce. You know, you're gonna have to have an empanada. You're gonna have to have the conchas, the marranitos. You
That
know,
all
the
sounds-
cookies.
that
Come
all
on,
sounds-
dude.
I will have one, Joe. Those days, Chica changed me, man. Those days are gone. My stomach can't take it. I can't take it. Like I went to La Popular the other day. I had my fill of the. I love the chocolate donut, and I also like the twists. Love those things. I had half of one. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm good. Have you ever eaten tamales with ketchup, Mike? No, never have.
That's Elias, bro. They're always making fun of him because he posted a picture one time with the tamale with ketchup. I'm like, bro, that's gross.
Midtown says Mike eats tamales with Grey Poupon, but of course.
with Grey Poupon. You know what? If you want to make more money like Mike, guess what you got to do?
You got to give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. Joe, I'm telling you, all my guys over in Corpus Christi are giving me calls and reaching out to me, and I'm scheduling some time to go to Corpus Christi to go work with my clients over there. I'll be there next week. I have business due in the Hill Country as well, so I'll be all back over there. But if you have questions about like old 401ks, I had a guy yesterday come up to me and said, Michael, I have an old 401k. It's just been sitting there. Do something with it. And that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm going to move that money over, do something with it a lot more advantageous, hopefully, than what they've got going on right now. Give me a call, 210-508-0369. Questions about setting up a college savings account for your kids, setting up life insurance for yourself, long-term care, disability, all of that stuff. Give me a call, 210-508-0369. Everyone giving you props on the segue, Joe.
Hey man, I've gotten it down to an art. But look, Mike, you might have a client here, a prospect.
Very good. Charles Hernandez, give me a call.
Yeah,
210-508-0369. Give me a call. Shoot me a text. We'll hook someone up, man.
Look at Mario. Mike, you turned your back on Las Palapas. No, bro.
Let's give some love to P.F. Chang's La Cantera. I can't turn my back on P.F. Chang's, baby. They got those lettuce wraps, baby. They're delicious, by the way. Let's show some love to P.F. Chang's La Cantera.
P.F. Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of P.F. Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
Don't forget on Wednesday, P.F. Chang's does Wednesday Wines Day, which is half off bottles of champagne, half off bottles of wine over there. They have happy hour every day from 3 to 6. Outdoor seating. If you want to go watch a game, guess what? They have a bar area there. If you want to go watch a game, go hit up Sean Quintero over there, man, to tell them the Area 210 podcast brought you over there. Now, from open to close, right now, limited time, they have $8.99 signature cocktails, lychee martini, jade margarita among them all, the mule. You have a Long Island iced tea, the lemon drop martini, 3 other drinks along the way that you can have that are going for $8.99. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
And you know what? We put our money where our mouth is because we actually frequent P.F. Chang's, me and Mike. Do. And I've even had my daughter's wedding reception there. You know, we had the dinner there with the family and everything. And once again, shout out to Mike, for introducing me to Sean Quintero. Shout out to Sean for doing a wonderful job out there for my daughter's wedding dinner with the family. Great service. Everything was run even better than we had expected. It exceeded expectations. You know, they did a marvelous job out there, him and his staff. We had a great time and it looked good. You know, I'll share some pictures eventually here with you guys, but the decoration, the decorum, that we had out there looked really nice. It was a beautiful evening. You know, it was a good time out there. And shout out to the Kendra Scott out there for also helping my daughter with the jewelry and everything for her wedding. So thank you so much to Soraya and all them over there at the Kendra Scott location over at La Cantera.
Joe, I've been meaning to ask you, has the end of the government shutdown helped out at work? Is things getting back to normal for you?
Oh, no, dude. They're still busy. They're even busier now because everybody's coming back. Okay. You know, everybody's coming back and they're having, problems and whatnot because a lot of things that happen is that when you start coming back, you've been gone for so long, you start losing access to everything. You forget you can't log into this, you can't log into that. Everybody having problems, man.
Joe, they're expecting a big blowout tonight in Thursday night football.
No.
Amazon Prime, 7:15 kickoff. The 2-7 New York Jets go into Foxborough to take on the 8-2 New England Patriots. This is going to be a week, Joe, where the Bills and Chiefs might be put to bed early. I'd say they can't make the playoffs, but they're going to have to go on the road and win 3 consecutive games in order to make the Super Bowl. That's an interesting development, Joe, because the Patriots, they're going to win tonight, Joe. They're going to go 9-2. There are a couple of games.
Thought?
You did. I will say that, Joe. You were the mastermind behind all that, because you look at it, a 9-2 record, Joe. That's already 2/3 of the season in. To be 9-2, it's not one of those things where it's like, Jimenez, let the season unfold. No, it's what do they say about it? You can't make the playoffs the first month of the year, but you can lose the opportunity to make the playoffs. They go 9-2, Joe. Whereas the Bills are 6-3 right now. I know there's only 1 game difference in the loss column, but the fact of the matter is that a 3-game difference in the win column is a big, big deal, Joe.
It is, and look at what happens today, Mike. We got the Patriots and the Jets. Mm-hmm. They're gonna play each other, right? Starts at 7:15, going to be on Amazon Prime, and here's the spread. Look at those numbers.
12.5 points, man. 12.5 points. And I still will take the Patriots on this. Drake May is making his mark. His candidacy for the most valuable player. And again, the MVP award is really just basically the who's the best quarterback in the league type of award. But all other big games going on over there that you're talking about there. The Dolphins, who beat the living crap out of the Bills. Only a 2.5 point favorite over the Commanders, who are floundering right now. The big game that I like to see is Kansas City at Denver, because if Denver wins that game, look at the disrespect there for the Broncos. Broncos are undefeated at home. Broncos are 8-2 and have an incredible defense. Favored to lose this game. If they win this game, they go 9-2, and Kansas City drops to 5-5. Can they be caught at that point, Joe? No, they can't. I mean, what's done is Kansas City's chance of winning the division, because not only do they have to catch up to the Broncos, they got to catch up to the Chargers, who are 7-3.
So they lose this one. You can say the time of death for the. You know what I'm going to say though? If you're looking for a game and you want to make a little bit of money on, you a gambling man like me, this Jets and Patriots game reeks of upset.
Jets and Patriots reeks of upset.
Reeks of upset, because I was saying this could be a trap game for the Patriots. I hate betting on the Jets because the Jets let you down every single time. But damn it, it's attractive, Mike. It's attractive.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, the Patriots' defense and offense are both better. I know that they changed quarterbacks over there. You know, Tyrod Taylor, I believe, is the starting quarterback tonight. I could be mistaken, but they're moving away from Justin Fields. Let me look and see what I think is a tasty game. You know what might be a tasty game? Look at that Giants at +7 against Green Bay. They got rid of their coach, Brian Daboll. Jameis Winston is under center. Jameis Winston, I mean, the guy lights up the scoreboard, whether you like it or not. He's a touchdown. He throws touchdowns. He throws interceptions. He's all of that. That one is interesting there. Scroll down a little bit more, Joe. What do you think about the Chargers-Jaguars game?
Oh, man. I would have to go ahead and go with the Chargers on this one. Jaguars,
they went to bed against the Texans.
Yeah, man.
What time does that game start? Is it noon? It's a noon game, right?
Noon game. Mm-hmm.
What do they always say? West Coast team going cross country to play a noon game always lose. I mean, it's a weird phenomenon, Joe, because that is a noon kickoff in San Antonio. It's a 10 a.m. kickoff over there. It's a different dynamic. They're going cross country. I'll take the Jaguars on that one, man. It doesn't happen east to west. It happens only west to east.
The one that's attractive to me too is Carolina and the Falcons. This one is interesting because I think the Falcons will be the victors in this one. You're not going to make a lot of money on the game, but make some.
These are two Jekyll and Hyde teams. You don't know what team's going to show up. They look like world beaters one day, and then they look like ass the next. Seahawks and Rams. You know, Who do you trust at quarterback? Do you trust Matthew Stafford or do you trust Sam Darnold?
I trust the defense of the Seahawks, bro, more than I do the Rams.
Speaking of defense of the Rams, Aaron Donald, they showed I don't know if I could find video of him, but he was doing curls the other day. Did you see that video?
I saw it.
160-pound curls.
Jeez, bro. Like nothing, dude. Like, damn.
I'm over here trying to pump out, 25s,
Shaking.
He's over here doing 160.
Look at this, Mike. Ravens and Browns. The Ravens, if they win this one, they back in. They reeled you back in, Mike.
And they might actually be one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl, dude. Because even if they go in and go 9-8 and they win their division, they have a home game.
Yeah.
So they'll only have to win 2 road games to make it. And again, Lamar Jackson, I like my chances with a healthy Lamar Jackson. Mario Cavazos asking the question, Mike, what season episode are you on Stranger Things? I'm now on season 2, episode 1. We had to finish up Abbott Elementary. We finished Abbott Elementary up a couple days ago.
There you go.
And then yesterday we were on our 6-hour adventure to go bring that bed over. It's a good looking bed, Joe. It's got to be broken in.
What about the mattress? You got to get a mattress, right? Or you have one already?
We do. No, we have to go get a new mattress.
That's always fun, man, because you know what? I got to tell you from experience, those Serta mattresses are trash, bro.
Oh, I know.
They are uncomfortable, man. They are uncomfortable. Get you something that's nice and plush, because you know what? Sleep is the most important part of your day. If you're tossing and turning at night, you're going to be miserable. Miserable.
Sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
God, that's what my grandpa always used to say. He says,
Sam, put it to good use, Mike.
That'd be funny. Go over there and try them out. The mattresses, lay down. Be Necio with Chica in the store. Hey, I gotta try them out.
That's right. It's got to be the right height.
Man, you better hope she's not watching, Mike. She's gonna get mad at me. She's gonna be. Why did you let Mike say that, Joe? I'm just like, I got no control over your boy. She gets mad at me, Mike.
Hey, Sam Salinas, read his comment there.
What is he saying? The squeaky bed. You got to go ahead and put the pool noodle between the headboard and the wall.
Dang.
Oh God, man! I hope Chica's not watching, dude. She's gonna get on me later on.
She's cleaning teeth right now. She had 13 patients yesterday. Can you imagine cleaning the teeth of 13 people in one day?
You know what was funny to me? She was saying that because I had sent a picture to her a long time ago. But we had this little dog, and the dog was getting mad when they go into work. And I told her, "That's you when you go into work." She goes, "No." She goes, "She's actually happy when she shows up. She gets mad," she said, "when the people act like they can't swallow their own saliva." That's her pet peeve, I guess, because they numb them or whatever, and she's over here cleaning teeth, and they're like choking on their own saliva. They can't swallow or whatever. And she's like, "Hey, but you get your teeth cleaned for free."
Oh, I know. I get them cleaned also at the house because I'll be at home. And she'll look at me and go, "Baby, come over here. Lay on my lap." I lay on her lap, and she brings out these instruments. I think she's being romantic, and no, she's bringing out instruments. And she goes, "You got a piece of tartar right there." She starts doing all that stuff. Very, very, very funny. Joe, so KSAT apparently backtracked on what they said about the whole sports being taken off the 6 o'clock newscast. They're now denying it. And it's funny that the tweet that I posted went a little bit viral. But it's one of those things where if I ran a news station, San Antonio would be about 2 things. And this is how I know what San Antonio wants when it comes to news. It's about weather and Wemby. Weather and Wemby, baby. Sprinkle in the crime. That's
what? Let's go ahead and give a shout out here to the person who shared this, Lori Pettis, Texas Latina. It's what she's known as here in the
Oh,
in the
okay.
chat. She's the one that kind of shared this with us via the X. And this was where you were quoted, Mike, in this story here on my essay. So it says, KSAT responds to former sports directors' controversial broadcast claims.
Mm-hmm.
So they were going on here talking about, what happened with Greg Simmons, and him talking about the sports as far as KSAT 12 talking sports between their 6 to 7 o'clock newscasts that they have. And they were saying how it got pushed back all the way to the end of the newscast, not at the 6:30 spot anymore. It's pushed all the way back, and it's only like instead of 3, it's like 2 minutes or something, right?
Yeah, may as well not even be there.
Yeah, so he was talking about it. So they go in there and they're letting him, kind of talking about Greg and what he said and all that. And it says Simmons' Facebook post was initially shared by Michael Jimenez, the former host of sports talk show Halftime, which is a local ESPN radio affiliate. Is it dropped from the airwaves in 2023? I was like, why can't they like reference what you're doing right now? Like it's like they can't talk about Area 210,
Yeah. It's funny. Speaking of which, we got a compliment yesterday on our uh, YouTube page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was from somebody named Creed File, saying very entertaining show. Been listening for a year now. I understand what Joe is saying about wanting to see consistency from Wemby before crowning him as a generational talent. But as a fellow Spurs fan, we need to rally behind our team first and celebrate. I hear more praise from other team fans than our own. Thank you, Creed Life, for being part of the show. It's interesting how we have the normal Necios on our chat powered by PF Chang's La Cantera. But for every one person that's on the chat, there are about 30 to 40 to 50 other people who are not commenting, either because, as Mike Taylor says, they're listening in the future. They listen to the show later in the day, or they're listening to it right now, but they're working. They're unable to kind of do what they do. And not say that you guys aren't working either, but they don't have the opportunity to do so. But it's interesting getting to know people who listen to our show and who are excited about it. We had somebody that reached out to us on TikTok saying, I cannot stand you guys, but I watch all the time.
I cannot stand you guys, but I watch all. That's hilarious, dude. What happened with that one girl that was the one that's just ratchet, dude? That's just spewing nonsense and venom on TikTok.
She's turned her attention to going after the city council members who had DUIs. That's her preoccupation right now, about how are they able to serve the community if they had a DUI or whatever the case may be.
That's so funny that she does this kind of stuff, because she's like, I have a mortgage. I have this. What do you guys have? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, you got nothing but time, apparently. I don't know where she finds time to work if she's just cranking out content. And then she was complaining that, I had the inside scoop for something, and I reached out to one of the local news outlets here, and they refused me. They refused to talk with me, and blah, blah, blah. We could have had a breaking story. I'm like, you're not even media. You're just somebody that's on TikTok.
Yeah.
Making reels or something. Like, it's dumb, dude. She's doing it for clout,
Jane, Jonathan C. reaches out and says, I wasn't fired. I was laid off. So talking about my times over at San Antonio Sports Star. What's funny about it all is that I got a call recently from remember I did the show with Tim Spence?
Yeah.
And I still talk to him every once in a while. Part of we drove when I got off the show and I got laid off, he got forced off of Twitter because everyone was ragging on him, right?
Yeah.
And he was the boss and he was the one who laid me off, is what it is. But what's funny about it is that when I got separated from my ex and we ultimately divorced, I was not the nicest person to him when I was over there.
Yeah.
Okay. We had an adversarial relationship from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time.
Mm.
And what was funny about it was that remember that scene in Billy Madison where Adam Sandler has the list of people that he wants to kill, or that no, it was the guy that had a list of people he wanted to kill, but Adam Sandler called over to him and apologized to him for being a dick.
Yeah.
It was, it was Steve Buscemi who had that list, right? I decided, Joe, that I was going to make a call out to people who I had gotten pissed off with, right?
Yeah.
People that I had arguments with, where we got into shouting matches and all that stuff. And I was going through therapy at the time, and I went through therapy for about a month and a half. I believe in therapy for a short period of time to kind of get your head straight, but then I think it becomes a crutch, so you have to like jump off of it.
Yeah.
I made contact with a few people that I had gone into bad situations with, and now it's great, man. It's great. One of the ones was Spence, man. I reached out to him, and what was so funny was that we kind of squashed things and got into a good rapport. Now we're friends again.
Yeah.
But he recently reached out to me and said, "Man, Michael," he goes, "I was going through old shows," and he goes, "I
Yeah.
listened to an old episode of Halftime." He goes, "I don't know why I was so upset about that show." He goes, I mean, I don't want to say exactly what he said,
Yeah.
but he was like, should never have touched that show. That was a good show.
It was a
And
good show.
that was interesting. That was interesting. But I
Hey,
don't.
maybe they get us online on air, Mike.
Maybe. Well, I mean, Joe, you and I have a very good show,
Yeah.
and it's all about the lane that you're in, because you can't compare the Blitz with Minix and Ryan Eagle to us because we're in two different lanes. We're both
Yeah.
talking sports and whatnot, but it's different. We're a different niche. Like I was listening to like In the Building the other day with Rudy J and Mike Taylor.
Yeah.
They have a very loyal listener base that they have cultivated over the past few years. But their show is so much different compared to ours. Like there is no similarity to our shows.
Yeah.
And there's no similarity to us and the Blitz. So it's basically all boils down to what do you enjoy?
Yeah.
Jonathan
Because
C.
we what
Go
does he
ahead.
say?
Oh, he has a super chat coming in.
Oh, yeah,
But go
let's
ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
$2 super chat from Jonathan C. Appreciate you, man.
Saying, Mike, you had the best intro for halftime. Was it the Yin Yang Twins, which James Pledger was the one who got, or was it me screaming "Yes, sir"? Because that was so like I remember the first time I did that show, and it was my show for the first time ever, and I was nervous and I was hyperventilating. I'll never forget, Joe. After doing the weekends over there with Pledger, weekends there's nobody there. There's no sales unit there.
Yeah.
There's no sales team. There's no secretaries. There's no receptionists. You're in an empty room doing a show. When I first did that show on a Monday through Friday, and it was my show, and you had the salespeople coming in saying, "Hey, read this. Don't forget this commercial, this ad read. Don't forget to do this, that, and the other." And I remember Pledger on the other side of the wall going, "You're in a different world now, man." And I'm just there like, bug eyed, and then the music starts, and the first thing that came out of my mouth was "Yes, sir," and it just stuck with me for like a good year and a half or so. That was fun times, Joe. But it would be nice to like be brought up to the big leagues again, Joe. Maybe we should market our show to a station
Yeah.
down the
Just
road.
see what happens. Somebody said on here not to go ahead and do it. He goes, "Oh, JHNSB." He goes, "I don't own a radio. Please don't switch to the air." If you switch to the air, that's the thing, though. The show would be different because then at that point in time, you have to do all those ad reads for the station,
Yeah.
and whatever sponsors they have, because it goes across their platform. So you're gonna have to pause, do these ad reads, and you're kind of pressed for content because you have hard outs. You have to stop talking at this point in time of the show because they have to play a commercial segment, and be damned if you're still going. They're gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
So they tell you it's scripted almost in a way where they tell you these are the hard outs that you have during the context of the show for ad reads.
Well, Kilbasa was like the big one back in the day, but we've talked about joining forces and alliances and things like that because look at Locked On Spurs. Locked On
Yeah.
Spurs is affiliated with Locked On Network, right? But it's also featured on Kens5.com. I mean, that's what I'm talking about there, about having some sort of synergy there, where you have a local station. Not that you're only doing it that way, but radio is dying a little bit
Yeah.
when it comes to it all. Mike Taylor was right. You go to the car dealerships right now, and there's no
FM.
no AM anymore.
FM, but you don't have AM, yeah.
Yeah.
And when was it going to happen when they finally say, you know what? We don't even want to put radios inside the cars anymore. They just have the touch screen, and basically you just pair it with
Your
phone.
phone.
I mean, they want to save a couple bucks. They could do that eventually. And I could see that happening somewhere in the near future. If you want radio, I mean, you could still use the app on your phone. You don't really need an actual radio in the car. You know what I mean?
Right. Our show is fine though, Joe. When we get we get our 300 to 700 listeners per day. It's a loyal listener base. Believe it or not, man, I get referrals from you guys on my business all the time.
Crazy, yeah.
I would say that I get like 1 or 2 a week, which is nice, and maybe only 1 or 2 a month become a client.
Yeah,
but it's 1 or 2 more than I had before, and it's nice.
Yeah, the one thing that I think separates us from everybody else is that the way we sound and look and everything, because I have an actual studio. So when you're in here in San Antonio, that's what makes us different.
Right.
We don't have overhead because we don't have to pay for a producer. We don't have to pay to rent a studio or pay for airtime somewhere. And that's the thing. A lot of these times when you're going into these radio stations nowadays, whether it be any type of AM radio station here or anywhere else, they were saying KEDA, where Taylor was doing that for a while as well. You have to pay to play. They don't just pick you up because they like you. They pick you up because you're paying for airtime, and paying for airtime gets expensive. It's very expensive.
Yeah, when I got laid off by Sportstar, I was approached by a couple of stations, and it was pay to play. I was approached by one to be a co-host on same station but 2 different shows on there, and it was pay to play, and I was like, okay, well, that wouldn't be that bad of a deal, but I didn't know if I was going to be a co-host or if I was going to be the second guy on the show. I wanted to be equal, like Jason and Joe are equals on Sportstar when they do the Blitz, right? They're equals. And when I got approached by Ticket 760, I didn't feel like I was going to be I was going to be an equal. I thought I was going to be kind of like the second guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to be the first guy. I just wanted to be where it was equal, And I didn't feel like that was the case the more I got developed. And then there was another radio station that reached out to me as well, and just didn't do it, man. But you circled around me fast, Joe, man. I went to a couple of other studios for podcasting. I remember going to one where all the machinery started to malfunction while I was there, and I was there.
You're like, this ain't it, man. Look at this. This is funny, dude. Jesse A says Mike got courted by Lale, but they were too ethnic. As soon as they had the grito, Mike's like, nah, man, this ain't it.
Yeah, KEDA didn't come after me also because it has a jalapeno as the logo, and well, that's just too ethnic.
Can you imagine you having to wear a shirt that had the jalapeno on it? You would never. Mike would never.
But man, the only thing I miss about radio shows is Pledger, Minix, and Reinagel, those 3 guys. I miss Rudy J also, but it's funny because we would do events like radio shows at like golf tournaments and the RV Superstore and Lawn and Garden Show, and all that was fun, Joe. That was fun when you had lots of people there. They had me go one time to New Braunfels to do my show, Joe. Get this, Joe. I don't know if I've ever told this story.
No, I don't think you have.
It was some HVAC company, like a big HVAC company in the Hill Country. I was between New Braunfels and San Marcos, right? I went over there, and They had a NASCAR driver there with a NASCAR car there.
I remember this one.
Jeff Burton Jr., I think is what it was. Had a hard.
Oh
I had
man,
not. That's when I was 20 pounds heavier. I had a hard time getting in and out of that car. Right.
could get it through the little window, bro.
Yeah. But what was so funny? Was that they put me on a platform. So picture like this back, like in the back of the building. They had like an area there with of like it was like a concrete slab, right?
Yeah.
But then they had like a stage up there. A stage you could have a band up there. You could have whatever up there. Like like a stage, and then they had like this courtyard with like a cement covered courtyard, right? They had all these picnic tables all up there, right? And all the employees of the company were there having lunch. I'm talking about 100, 125 people having brisket while watching my show.
Oh God.
It was so weird. They had me on this platform just doing the show, and it was so weird to do the show because they were piping out what I was saying to the crowd.
Yeah.
And I would say something. It was weird to hear them laugh. Like if I said something funny, to get a reaction like in real time. And I'd be like, because normally when you're doing radio or you're doing a podcast, you say something funny. You don't know if it lands or not, right?
Yeah.
I might make you laugh, but I don't know if everyone else is laughing. But it was so weird just being on this platform, seeing 150 people just doing this and just like watching the show. It was good times.
Look, they said Mike got in through the trunk. Hey man, those getting into those little NASCAR cars, bro. That's some tight quarters, man.
Yeah. Have you ever driven like a sports car like on a track before?
No, man, I've never had the opportunity to do anything like that before.
I went to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway and I got to race a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget, but I was such a wimp, dude. I was such a wuss, man.
Driver like you stole her, Mike. Don't give a damn. Just
I got it to 127. I was like, bring it back down.
Tengo miedo. Ay. You could feel the manteca getting lower in the stomach.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mike really is the pulse of San Antonio. God, Pledger got pissed when I said that one time. It was funny. I like reminiscing.
You told him that one time? You really did?
I said something during the show one time where I said, I know what San Antonio wants. I'm the pulse of the city.
Oh, I like it how you get Pledge mad. You know,
Yeah.
you get under his skin, dude. There's certain things you say and it just irritates the crap out of him. It's funny.
I love the guy, man. He called me late the other day. He called me like at, I don't know, it must have been like 11:30 at night. Oh, it was election night, Joe. It was election night. He called me up in the middle of the night. I was like, have you been drinking? No, man, I just want to talk. I'm like, it's 11:30.
Oh gosh, dude. We need to get Pledge back on. We need to go ahead and get his take after the 20 games, right? Right at the 20th game, right before they play the 21st game. Mm-hmm. I want to get Pledge on and be like, all right, Pledge, should I sign the apology form?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I've been meaning to get one of the talk show hosts from Corpus Christi on, James Espinosa.
Oh yeah, James Espinosa. He's good people, man. Yeah, I've been wanting to get him on too. I want to reach out to several podcasters in the area. One of them being Brian Snow, who's been around for quite some time, and he's been friendly with me. He's cool. And there's another one, Justin Castillo, and he runs a podcast out of this studio that they have in San Marcos. I think he's based out of San Marcos, but he's a San Antonio native, and he's a coach. So I want to get him on.
I like how you say San Marcos because I do the same thing, and I don't know Spanish for crap sometimes, but when it comes to a name, I want to nail the name. You know, if your name is Guillermo, I'm going to call you Guillermo. I'm not going to call you Guillermo. Okay, if your name you want to go by Marcos or Marcos, because I'll call you whichever one you want. One of the things that I can do, Joe, and Chica knows this, is I can roll my R's.
Man, I'm gonna tell her, man. It's a good thing you were. I'm gonna tell her, man. It's a good thing you weren't watching today, Chica, because man, I'm gonna hear it, man. I'm gonna hear it. I bet you anything later on today she's gonna be DMing me via Facebook. Joe, why did you let Mike? I'm like, that's not me.
Well, I'll be in town the week of Thanksgiving. One of the things that we may want to do is maybe a meetup on the day after Thanksgiving. Maybe let's go get a
28.
drink. Maybe we have a listener outing. Let's go out and about, man. Back in the day, it used to be about the day before Thanksgiving, right? Go get drunk off your ass and then all that stuff. Now I don't do that. And now my thing is Gabby and I go run 5Ks in the morning on
Thanksgiving.
on the morning of Thanksgiving, and then we go have lunch.
That's a good way to burn some calories.
2 tamales, that's it. Yeah.
That's burn calories, and then you go and have a good lunch. Have a good meal and get some bird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's already 11:35, Joe. I've already fasted. Let's see, how many hours have I fasted? I stopped eating last night around 9. That's 14 and a half hours, Joe. Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad.
Not bad at all.
Getting less fluffy, Joe. Less fluffy.
I'm gonna start getting on that health kick here too. I got to start losing some weight, so I'm gonna start doing all sorts of stuff here, eating better, eating a lot of greens, saying goodbye to the fat Mexicano food, man. I can't have my tortilla no more. I can't have the carne asada, all that stuff. I gotta start cutting back on all that, dude.
Hey, Joe. Well, all that's true. You gotta kick back on. You got to stop doing, it's not stop doing it. It's just moderation, man.
Yeah.
It's just moderation. It's calories in, calories burned. And half the battle is just getting up and going out and going for a walk, going for a hike.
Look at Midtown Texas. Mike will schedule a meetup and then say, psych.
Mi Tierra posted a celebrity sighting yesterday.
Oh, yeah? Who was it?
Giancarlo Esposito. The actor.
Oh, really?
He is Gus from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
He was also on the TV show. He was also briefly on Community.
Yeah. He was also in The Mandalorian as Moff Gideon.
Somebody recognized him. I guess management recognized him over there at Mi Tierra. That's cool.
That's cool. He's a good actor, dude. I've actually seen him, come out here when he comes to some of these comic conventions or these conventions that they have here. And he's pretty cool, dude. Like, he likes to talk to the audience, and he's like one of the people, It's cool to see him out there, dude, because you get some guys that are just all business, but this guy, he's got a lot of personality, man.
Really?
You can tell he loves playing to the crowd,
Hey, Joe, did you also see the flop that happened at the box office this past weekend?
Which one was that? What was that?
Sydney Sweeney with her third flop of the third consecutive flop.
Yeah,
she's in that movie Christie, which is about the Christie biopic about what was her name? Christy Martin.
Yeah,
the fighter. It had the 6th worst opening for a major release. A major release is 2,000 screens or more nationwide, right? The 6th worst opening of all time. Is terrible. It possible that maybe Sydney Sweeney's career is already over when it comes to acting?
Well, I don't know, man.
She's had 3 in a row, 3 mega flops. Not just, they didn't do well. She had 3 mega flops, including one that was directed by Ron Howard. It made $1.3 million at the box office.
You know who else could be considered a flop? Because he keeps making flop after flop after flop, but they still hire him. Jared Leto.
He's hated, man.
He is, dude. And
people don't like him.
They don't like him. And he's come out in some big budget movies, and they just flop. They flop. Same thing with Sydney Sweeney. She's coming out in some of these movies here. And I don't know if what kind of a budget they're working with. Mm-hmm. But you got to factor in, it's in the millions of dollars. Every time somebody makes a movie. And they want that return on investment. And if you're just constantly, cranking out disappointments, I mean, who's going to want to hire you? At some point, they got to pull the plug on you. But I tell you one movie that did not flop and is very good that you got to see, Predator Badlands.
Really? Yeah, you were talking about that yesterday. But here's the weird thing about that Christie movie was that when it premiered at the Toronto Film Festival,
Yeah,
people that were there, like the people that know the artsy fartsy world of the industry, were saying that her performance was so good that it could be Oscar worthy when it comes to like getting a nomination.
yeah,
66% of the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, 155 reviews from critics, gave it a positive review. The people who are the fans, the people who are the moviegoers, 97% gave it a positive review. But the movie is an outright flop.
Hmm.
Outright flop. So
Maybe it's just the way it's marketed.
is it going to be?
Sometimes.
I mean, the budget wasn't much. So what they say is you need to make double the budget to break even. So if it's
Yeah,
$15 million budget, they only made $1.5 million. It might not make more than 6 or 7. But then again, Joe, there are some movies that flop that do well at the Oscars. Shawshank
yeah,
Redemption was nominated for Best Picture. It was a flop at the box office.
yeah. Some of these movies that are good nominees, people just don't go and see them. Oh, look at this, Matt Gomez. What's up, Matt? He says, Joe, so Tron Ares was bad. Tron Ares was not bad. I actually enjoyed the flick. It got a lot of hate. People were saying it's terrible, and it wasn't. It just wasn't as good as Tron Legacy, but it was still enjoyable. I still enjoyed it.
Jesse A says, I'm convinced Predator Badlands bought some ad time with Joe.
No, I just liked the movie. Like I said, I went to the Flicks Brew House with my boy Jonas because I hadn't seen him in
I
quite some
missed
time.
Flicks. I missed
And
Flicks.
Jonas he flew in from the Philippines. He just got back from the Philippines. So me and him hadn't seen, each other for quite some time, catching up with my boy. So I said, you know what, man, I'll go and buy us the tickets. We'll go and check out the flick. We'll get there early, have us a couple drinks at the bar, and they always tell you at the bar when you go to flicks. I don't know if you ever done it, Mike, when you pull up to the bar and you're there like an hour early or something, or an hour and a half early. They're like, what time does your movie start? And you tell them, and your server will remember that. And then they tell you like 30 minutes when they're starting to seat. Oh, your movie's seating now, sir. Would you like to close out? It's cool how they keep you on track. Cool. You won't forget. Yeah.
I love Flicks. For those in San Antonio right now, Flicks on 1604 and Petrenko is the ultimate movie experience. It's great. The food's amazing. The drink is good. The people there are courteous, and it's very rarely packed. Flicks is badass. Joe, Chica and I went to a theater in the Woodlands the other day to go see Sarah's Oil.
Yeah.
It was the fanciest movie theater I'd ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not saying that in a good way. We're never going to go again.
Really?
Like everything. Okay. It was attached to this movie theater was attached to a fine dining 5-star restaurant.
Nice.
It was in the Woodlands Mall area, but not in the mall itself, but like where the Woodlands Mall, they have a mall for like stores like Dick's Sporting Goods, JCPenney, all that stuff, right? And then they have another area for like the Gucci, Lululemon. Like there's a separate area across the street for like the higher end stores. And in there they have restaurants that are attached to this stores. There's a Tommy Bahama store with a Tommy Bahama restaurant, which is actually pretty good. But then you have this movie theater that's attached to this 5-star dining. Dude, the women there were dressed to the nines because they're looking for a man, And the meals there are like $200 each. And even the popcorn, like if you wanted to get a meal at the movie theater, it was like stupid expensive. And each seat had its own blanket in case you got cold. It was so weird, man.
It was bougie.
Yeah, dude, we got 2 popcorns, 2 drinks, and one other thing. And it was like $90. Stupid. I say make more money, but you don't burn money. That was stupid. We'll never go there again.
Yeah, no, I burn money though when I go to flicks, dude, because I like to have me a drink. And like I was saying this last time, I asked him and I told him, hey man, bring me an old fashioned. Yeah. And the guy's like, okay. And he says, I see that you're using Evan Williams now. I said, I like mine with Woodfords. Right? Okay, not a problem. Then he comes back. He's like, sir, we can only use Evan Williams to make your old fashioned. If you want to use Woodfords, we got to charge you for a double shot of Woodfords. He goes, your drink goes from $17 to like 21 or 22. I'm like, okay, and I asked for Woodford's. Make it happen. Like, the fuck do I care how much it is? I'm good for it. Just give me what I want.
My boss. So I work for a financial firm, and the guy that owns the firm, we one time went to this one really nice restaurant in Charlotte, and we had the companies that were sponsoring us were saying, "Hey, you could have these drinks for free at happy hour," right? So
Yeah.
it's like any Jim Beam product, Gentleman Jack, Jack Daniels, what's it called? The Johnny Walker Red, like the low level, not well drink, but like one step above it.
Yeah. Mid-tier.
Mid-tier. You could have that for free, right? You could have Tito's.
Okay.
But you can't. Okay. So what am I doing? It's free. I'll have Tito's and lime, right? I'll have a Jack and Diet, whatever, right?
Yeah.
My boss goes up and goes, yeah, and he's dressed very professionally. He goes, yes. He goes, I'm going to have and he orders whatever drink that he had. And they said, sir, that shot's going to be $95. He got so offended. He was like, I didn't stutter. Make it a double. My boss makes bank. My goal in life is to make half of what he makes per year. He makes bank.
Yeah.
I make really good money. He makes Chica and I go to his house, and she's like, do what he does for a living. What is like? He's my boss. He owns the firm. She's like, do what he does. He has an amazing house. It's over in Castle Hills. It's like sprawling with all these oak trees on it, and has a pool and a cabana in the back and all that stuff. It's good times, Joe.
Nice stuff, man. That's how I felt when I was at Flicks and that guy come over here. Oh, 17, it goes up to 22. I don't give a damn. I asked what I asked for. Are you asking me because I'm Mexican? I don't have enough money for it.
Well, no, he's white, man. He had his
that's what I felt like.
He had his Pretty Woman moment, but no, I understand what you were just saying there, Joe. I mean, you get the knock on it, or have you ever had this happen? Pay for your meal first.
Oh God, no, dude.
Like you're gonna ditch.
No, I usually they start you with the tab and you give them your card or whatever, and I mean, I got cards galore. It's like I'm good, dude. Like I pay my shit off and stuff, so I'm all right, man. I got funds, so it's like I'm all right. If I ask for what I asked for, just give it to me,
That's what I'm talking about, baby. We sit lower bowl at the Spurs games, man. That's what we do, man. Let's call it a show, Joe.
No,
gotta get back and help people make money.
Oh, Jason was asking, how does he make more money, Mike? Give Mike a call.
Yeah, give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. That's right, baby. Give me a call. Investments, rollovers, starting a new account, rolling over an old account. Give me a call, 210-508-0369.
There you are. All right, boys. We'll see you all tomorrow. It's going to be me and Mike. Fernandez is taking the day off, so we'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one. We're out.
Yeah.
Peace.